Event management or conducting events in any platform or anywhere in the world, it is daunting task, and that bring the smiles on the people's faces. And someone we have today, Pallavi, has been doing this job since many years in Dubai, and welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Munir, for having me here today.
All right. And when you say, like, events, normally we see a lot of faces in the event, like an anchor, like MC, like someone who is on the stage. But Pallavi is always behind the curtain and backstage, and she really, really working so dedicatedly and so hard to make sure that every single thing is going smooth and fine. Pallavi, as you are, taking care of your business, Luminary Group,
Yeah.
that's what your company is. And what are the services you are providing for the customers in Dubai?
So we provide services such as corporate event management
Okay.
and tailored services for any sort of events like team building activities, product launches, or you can say having a certain maybe even a private party or weddings or things like that. But when we are planning such things, what matters to us really is like having an open communication with the client. That's one of the main criteria that we actually try to make sure the client feels comfortable with
Okay,
us.
you're conducting a lot of events.
Yeah.
What actually, why should a business or a new individual, to host events? What are the importance of events, having an event?
So basically, first of all, having an event, a business or an individual should really think about having an event because, first of all, for them, it's like about brand loyalty, gives them an open opportunity to have networking with their clients, or probably tomorrow I feel like, for example, I feel like having one-on-one communication with one of my clients, but I've not been able to reach them, so I'll probably host an event or send them an invite.
Okay,
And
so you can bring them in.
I can bring them in, I can have a conversation with them, I can tell them what our potential is, showcase the potential to them. So that's really important for me. And our company is basically very well versed with like production services and
You take care of the entire stuff.
everything, A
Right
to Z.
from the top to
Yeah.
bottom, kind of a
Yeah.
thing. See, if I ask you, like, what are the three main elements, to make an event really, really unforgettable?
Is to basically have proper atmosphere for the event. If
The
suppose,
venue,
yeah,
the atmosphere has to be properly.
yeah, the venue really
Then,
needs
then
to
the
be
warmth
good.
has to be there,
Yeah.
and the ambience has to be really good.
When the client comes in, or your people or your customers walk in, they should be like, okay,
Wow.
fine. Wow, yeah, this is actually like you've transformed the place from A to Z. So that's number one. Number two, personalization. And I'm planning an event for Al Wafa. It's very important for me to make sure that the event is personalized according to your brand.
Okay, completely
Yeah.
bespoken.
Yeah. So it's very important to make sure that the brand is not too much on the face, but at the same time it's there.
I understand.
People can
Indirectly,
understand.
you showcase that.
Yeah. Exactly. And the third thing I would say is entertainment, of course.
Entertainment, and
Entertainment. That's very important. So what we try to do is actually when we create any bespoke kind of an event for a client, it's very important for them to have like customized acts, and we provide customized act depending on your theme of the event.
Okay.
So we are currently doing an event in June for one of our clients whose theme is Gatsby, and we have completely curated the acts according to that theme, which is the Gatsby theme and the Gatsby acts and the Gatsby girls and the
Okay.
paparazzi artists. So it's going to take a complete different, to a different tangent for that event.
Wonderful, wonderful. We understand the positive sides. The other way, like, what are the main or major mistakes that people are making while planning an event?
So I would say neglecting planning.
Okay.
Yeah.
You may be very overconfident that, oh, I can do everything, I don't need a plan, kind of a thing.
Yeah, number one, that can also be there, that the clients basically they be like, okay, fine, we know everything about the events, probably we can do it internally, but that actually doesn't work out. What
Should have a professional touch.
Yeah, you need for any event you need an expert to tell you and guide you. I understand that budget constraints may be an issue, and some companies actually tend to go ahead with companies who are fitting their budget. But what they fail to do is, they fail to follow up with the company. They fail to have open communication with the company. They fail to go back and forth and have like continuous meetings, continuous calls, and understand. For an event company, as for what we do, if we have an event, we make sure that from A to Z, from the start to the end, we show the client that this is how your ballroom is going to look like.
Okay.
This is how the place is going to
So
look
they will
like.
have an idea, the overall idea about the
Yeah,
events.
they're not caught off guard
Yes,
on the day of
yes,
the
yes,
event.
I understand.
So, they know what to expect.
And everything has to be planned, like including the menu, including the the content has to be whatever to be presented,
Yeah.
and the invitees and the way it has been. Everything has to be pre-planned.
And it's very important that you work with the company hand on hand. It's not
Understand.
like
Yeah,
you
you
make
just
them
leave it
feel,
to them and they do it.
yeah, you don't make them feel like, okay, you are separate, they are separate. What we try to
Teamwork.
do is we try to make sure that whoever we are working with, whether it's the marketing manager or the procurement team, we try to make sure that we are working hand in hand with them, trying to make sure that this is how it goes, this is what needs to be done, so that they don't feel like, okay, fine, we don't know what's happening in our own event. So yeah.
All right. See how a small business is getting the real value of their brand by doing this event. How can they leverage?
So for them to showcase their products is very important. When you're doing an event, like small events, it's very important to showcase your products and what you are actually trying to do. Especially if suppose you're trying to do a product launch, it's very important for a product to be set over there to showcase what you're exactly doing, because you are spending a lot.
Money.
Even 6,500 is
Whatever
a lot.
it is, yeah.
Even 10,000 dirhams is a lot of money.
yes.
So it's very important for you to actually showcase what your target is. Now, that is number one. Number two, it's very important for small businesses to make sure that they are not wasting their time.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very important that if they are planning an event, it's very important for them to basically
Make use of time at its best.
exactly.
Yeah, so
because
that
you have a very limited time whenever you are doing events.
See, for example, I think in this way, creating an awareness of your brand, using marketing. For example, any marketing, it covers when you do an event, the money you're spending will be worth enough than you do the marketing on that side, right?
Exactly.
You meet the people right away, having an eye-to-eye contact, then having that heart-to-heart relationship building, and they know about you, your team, and this is how it works.
Yeah, it creates a certain kind of brand loyalty, not only for your clients but also for your team.
Understand.
Because
Yeah, other than that, there is something like, the team building and in-house programs, having an in-house, for example, if you have 20, 30, 40 or 100 employees, creating an awareness kind of a thing in-house to have events wherein you'll have a team bonding, integrity between the members.
That's very important
Yeah.
to have. Like when you're having a small
And those photographs, those videos, if you showcase on your socials, and it creates a lot of hype in the market of among your customers.
It also not only customers, but it also creates a hype around people who are looking for job searches.
Yeah.
That it shows.
Obviously,
what
they
kind
where
of
they
a-
see,
Yeah.
wow, this is an amazing
Exactly,
area.
it's an amazing atmosphere
place to work.
at.
Yeah.
So
One of the most beautiful place to
yeah,
work.
so it's very important. Like I know it's too much money to ask to spend like for an
Yeah.
event, but like if you even have one team building activity in a year for your for your team, it gives
good,
them at
it's
least
good.
the motivation to do better.
Brilliant. And you provide speakers or someone like that, or in external resources if they ask.
Yeah, we actually have a complete
Inventory,
inventory.
yeah.
Yeah, we have a production house which is in-house where we have staging, lighting, sound systems, and we also have LED screens.
And menu, food, and everything.
Everything, yeah,
Alright.
catering.
Okay, fine. And if you want dancers or singers,
Done.
all done.
Just a call away.
All right. Okay. See, if I ask you, what are the most unique stuff you have done so far? If you remember something.
So in there was this situation in 2020, right before COVID, that to completely transform an event for one of our clients, who was a Chinese client, who had come in from China, and they wanted to launch brand launch their company.
Okay.
So we had completely gone above and beyond to make sure that, because they wanted to showcase their culture, their theme of, you know, what China really is. So we had to fly in, and we had to fly in entertainers from, you know, China.
Oh.
We had to get an entire
So tough it was.
we had to get an entire gold theme, from the food to the dancers to the costumes of everyone was in gold. Our centerpieces, our
Wow.
standing flowers, everything was
So
in
you are, how many days it took for you to manage the whole stuff?
6 months, because
Oh my God.
we actually flew in a hand painter from one of the countries, and she was really good. And you know, we had this translucent wall where she hand painted it
Oh, on the walls.
on the wall. So it's always going to be there with the client.
Okay. Now you're coming up with economy package.
Yes.
Very affordable, like starting from 6,500, then you have 10,000, then you have 15,000 packages. How you define these differences between these packages and what are the included?
So in the 6,500 packages it's more like an economical package. So we have a stage that we'll be providing. We have a sound system, basically the main elements that you require for an event. We also have a mic and transportation anywhere in Dubai, that is included. And yeah, I mean, we are trying to create an
You have the MC or
MC and all comes when, you know, when we spend a bit more, which is
Okay,
like
understand.
for the 15,000-20,000 packages, because
They are
of course,
expensive.
they are very expensive.
Third parties,
Yeah. So for the 10,000 packages, when we move a bit forward and we open a bit of budget
Yeah,
that we have, we have an offering of a bigger stage size, and in this package we have tried to include lighting as well. So your main elements of the whole event is like lighting, sound system. So if you're having an event in the evening, you know that okay fine, this is the package you have to go ahead with.
Understand.
Then we have a 15,000 dirham package, which includes MC and a small stage. The MC includes games and gifts for 2 hours. So, and you also have the Noora and Ayala dancers.
Oh, okay.
So because it's a Ramadan package,
Yeah,
so if you want to
definitely.
change the dancers, that's up to you. But you know, you would have to tell us about it.
And the selection of menu is depending on what, like?
So it depends. What we have to offer is between 100 to 150 dirhams per head. Yeah, but like I mean, it depends on the client's budget, what they exactly want and how they want it. If you want something lower, even for, you know, like your workers and stuff.
And you have options.
We have options for that. So we are completely.
And what
open.
covers 15 and 20?
The 15,000 package, like I said, we have an MC for 2 hours, which will include games and gifts as well. Then we also have the Noora dancer, and we have 2 Ayala dancers that we will be providing to the client. And in the 20,000 dirham package, it just goes a bit more, where we are having an MC for 3 hours. We are having entertainers, which is your whatever
Singers and
dancers you need.
dancers.
Yeah.
And,
And we are also having 30 iftar gifts, like if you want to give it.
oh, okay, okay.
So, like notebooks and pens, if you want to customize it, we are also having that.
See, always like, the events are beautiful, but at the backstage and, the organizers always having a tough time. Right. But certain times you'll have very funny moments in the event setup.
Oh my god.
Have you ever noticed something like that?
Yeah, we have. Like, I mean, one of the major ones was when, you know how Dubai is, right? Unwanted calls of sandstorm. So, we have always had unwanted calls of sandstorm, and if there was an outdoor event where we had this sudden sandstorm that was heading towards us, we had no option but to like move the event indoor. Luckily, that venue was available and they were flexible enough for us to move indoors.
Okay.
And yeah,
It was like, running here and chaos.
But the client was really, really helpful and really understanding. But I give it to my team. Hats off to them.
Yeah.
They
Always a
went
teamwork.
above, yeah, they went above and beyond, and they were so flexible and they were so understanding, and that's what motivates us. Is that they were so prompt.
When the
and
team stands by you, you have the energy to do that.
We moved the entire thing within half an hour. So
Brilliant.
with
That was the funniest step we had.
The funniest and toughest.
Scary, toughest.
Yeah.
All right. See, obviously, you may have some celebrities in your mind, when you think about an event. For example, if you get an opportunity, take a celebrity, have a celebrity in your event, or do an event for a celebrity, whom you would be preferring and why?
So we have Dubai. It's all about culture. It's all about experience. It's all about entertainment. So for us, what we think, and we have really thought about this, is that we really think that the Dubai Bling cast would be a very
Oh.
good entertainment for us, because they are not only about, what do we say? They are not only about culture, but they also showcase social culture over here in Dubai, also entertainment, and at the same time they bring what Dubai is to you.
All right.
So
Any Bollywood, Hollywood?
Bollywood, Hollywood, I think I worked with all of them, most of it, yeah. So not really. Like, I mean,
It's
Dubai
not your.
Bling, no, it's not.
Dubai Bling is the best,
Yeah.
best you want
Best
to be.
as of what we can say in Dubai, yeah.
All right. Now we are into the new year.
Yeah.
Ramadan is coming, 2025 is coming, and what exactly the trendy stuff in the events scenario or in the arena of events, you think that this is going to be a game changer, and this is going to be the phase of event, and this is the way it has to be in 2025.
So I think when COVID hit in 2020, it really brought something that, it of course brought the event industry to a standstill.
Those are the people who got real beatings.
Exactly. So when we were in that phase, we actually learned to adapt. You
Yes.
learn to adapt with time, right? So the thing that is coming up really in 2025, and what we have been seeing in the past few years, is the hybrid events, where you have in contact event and you also have a virtual event going on side by side. So we are fully trained and we've already buckled up, with the entire thing virtually and physically, to open up to that space of our clients. We have also come up with this new thing, which is bringing up AI influencers, to help, the clients to promote their businesses and, showcase
A part of digital marketing.
yeah,
you can say.
exactly. So digital marketing.
AI is
and
making
events.
waves, and it's bringing a lot of things, new stuff.
Yeah.
And being a digital marketing agency as well, you must be thoroughly doing your research on the AI influencers.
Yeah, it's very important. Like, I mean, the AI influencers, it's the trend nowadays. It costs minimal to minimal amount, but at least it's bringing up the trend, and the clients can understand and actually control them. If the clients need control, this is the best control that they
It's
can.
true, that's very true. And, no, I think not only that, in 2025, last couple of years after Corona, even during Corona, people were all doing online, events.
Yeah.
But then we move on to all of a sudden, it's like a boom, blasting out, everything, whatever you felt and kept inside, it was all
Yeah.
bringing out, and it was fully offline,
Yeah.
it was fully offline. Now we're coming back to hybrid model of
Exactly, yeah.
events, like even people can participate from a different part of the world.
Yeah,
So,
they don't have to really burst their budget to be at the event.
yeah, I've seen, like, even if it's a conferences or events kind of a thing, there will be a big screen where people will be attending from different part,
Yeah.
and they can see and even interact with the audience, kind of a thing.
Yeah, and our entire team actually is well trained and
On
well
that.
showcased to portray all of that and help the client understand how they can manage with their clients, and how to make sure that everything runs smooth, whether it's like connecting with them online or making sure that the internet is running well. So we are completely
Okay.
boosted up.
And if I ask you one important thing, like, what is your most favorite, part of making any venue, into an unforgettable experience?
So when you see,
As a person, like, I think, you are immersing yourself into the event management. You're just a manager kind of a person, or an owner or a boss kind of a person. Okay, you say do this, do that. Instead of that, every single step of your event, your touch is there.
Yeah.
You're making sure that this should be like this should be like that, the sequence has to be like that,
Yeah.
the dancing part of it has to be like that, these are the songs, even though there are people doing
yeah.
it, but still you have your own thought
Creative
process,
thought, yeah.
creative thoughts.
So, see, I have been an artist in the past. I have stopped painting and everything. So, for me, any ballroom or any space that has been given to us is more like a blank canvas.
Ah, okay.
That you just have to paint it with your creative thoughts. And I mean, it really takes hard work, when I am giving a portrayal to a client that this is what I think that you should showcase at your event, or this is the theme that, you should go ahead with. I give my team a pat on the back that, they make that come alive.
Okay.
Whether it's curating centerpieces. So there are times that me and my team have actually sat down and, we
Hours.
are making centerpieces, customized centerpieces for the clients. It's not the ones that you see everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah. That makes a difference. Every
Exactly.
single event has its own unique
And
style.
it's very important because that is the thing that gives us the complete unique experience, and that's what we enjoy, that every event is a unique experience for
Understand.
us.
Come back to your as a person, a lady, woman entrepreneur,
Yes.
and one of the most sought after, businesswoman, from India, in Dubai.
Thank you.
Tell me more about you. You're starting. How did you begin this?
So, back in the days, I've done a couple of events with celebrities, and also like,
How did you come to this in the industry?
actually, I was given the opportunity when I was in university.
Okay.
So I'm basically
Where have you done your university?
over here in Dubai.
In Dubai.
So I moved from Nigeria
Okay.
to Dubai for my higher education, and I was given at my first year. I was given the opportunity through one of my relatives, where she was like, "This is an open opportunity for
Oh.
you, and go and showcase, and because you like to do something like this."
That was a triggering point.
Yeah, that's how it started. It started off with Times of India Film Awards, and then it went on and on and on. And then in 2017, I decided to finally open up my own brand. And before Luminary, we had a brand named Elixir Events.
Okay, yeah.
We were running it for 7-8 years, and then COVID hit, and everything just took a standstill. So we had to rebrand. We had to
So you thought
innovate.
Luminary would be something
Yeah,
nice.
we had to innovate. We had
Why?
to
Why Luminary?
Luminary because it gives you the zenith of success.
Okay.
And Luminary because we come up with not only one thing, we are giving you what we promise. So
Okay.
whether it's your marketing, or whether it's your events,
Anything.
we are here for you, and we will not leave you until date.
Okay. About your company and your people.
Yeah. So about my people, I would say that they are the best people because
They got a best boss, so obviously they should be.
they go above and beyond to make sure that, okay, fine, like if Pallavi is satisfied, we are pretty sure that the client is satisfied.
Because you are so tough. And make you happy is the toughest thing for them, maybe.
Yeah, when it comes
You are very detailed. person.
I really need, if I am paying attention to every single thing, my attention should be to every single detail as
All right.
well.
Future goals, like what do you want to be in the future? Like how your luminary has to be shining in the.
Luminary just needs to be open to everyone. I feel like we don't want it to be a complete agency where people think that, if we go through an agency, it's just going to be super expensive. I want it to be open to everybody.
Okay,
Where people,
affordable.
Yeah. Where we try to create affordable packages, and not only that, but also bring an open communication between the client and the.
Very transparent.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's very.
Trustworthiness and transparency, I think these are the key, points.
I can give the clients a surety that if you come with us, you are never going to go ahead with anybody else.
All right, before I wind up, one last question. Like, from your personal front, if you want to be in the center of an event for yourself, what would be that, and how you want it to be that?
I think
How you want it to be like?
that was my marriage. I think I took a full 6 months to plan my entire marriage.
Okay.
And I think I made sure that, whatever I need in an event, I had it there.
Okay. All right. And what is the dream event for the future? You just kept it, okay, this is the kind of an event I want to go for.
It would be something related to concerts, and concerts that
Big.
is basically meant for a social cause, actually.
Big.
Yeah, big, but it's like big, and then you're donating it. So I want to have something like that. Like I want to partner up with probably Emirates, your Emirates charity, and so many other charities.
Something which is impacting the lives of the people.
Exactly.
Touching the hearts of the people.
Yeah.
Wow, that's brilliant. Luminary is going to touch the hearts of the people and providing a platform where they can really approach her for anything and everything.
Thank you so
And
much.
I wish you all the very best. And it was Pallavi, Managing Director of Luminary Group, which is event management group, digital marketing, and all other stuff which is related to bring any business into the success path. and especially she is an artist basically, and she's in Dubai, all the way from Nigeria, came into Dubai and had her studies. Then now running a business successfully, having a team of people, and making every single person, touching their lives and hearts, and making their, always making the faces with happiness and smiles.
Thank you so much.
Keep doing this and keep motivating the people. All the very best.
Thank you for
And
your
see
kind
you
words.
in the next
Thank you.
podcast. And I wish all the very best.
Thank you so much.
Munir Al Wafa signing off with love.